Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. Today is Thursday, July 9th, excuse me. My name is Keely, I'm your host. Today we're going to be learning from Wanda Carrasquillo. I'm so excited to hear what Wanda has to share with us today. She's got such a wonderful way of marrying the Renatus education and business system with personal development and mindset training. She's got a fantastic story. Wanda was born in Puerto Rico and she earned herself 2 master's degrees despite many life challenges. And in her career, she succeeded in many ways, but only to an extent to where she was constantly hitting a ceiling anytime she tried to reach higher. She has an entrepreneurial spirit and it absolutely shows with what she's been able to do with Renatus. But before, when she was working, it was hard for her to ever get any of those business opportunities to turn into anything. So 3 years ago is when Wanda found Renatus, and she has exceeded her income goals in less time and in less effort with what Renatus offers. In her first 8 months alone, Wanda earned 6 figures and has continued to do so each year after. She's completed around 20 real estate transactions, and she's on the PIT team, meaning she's in training to be on the President's Advisory Council. She's built a large team of entrepreneurs which allows them to succeed as she has. And because of her choice to become a real estate investor, her future is now brighter. I'm excited to hear what she's got to share with us today. Good morning, Wanda.
Good morning, Kili. Thank you for that introduction. And I'm quite excited this morning because things are beginning to have momentum and things are quite changing, even during pandemic time, during challenges. I know that gratitude and maintaining a positive attitude is going to flow that energy to you. So basically, because whatever you have you thinking and you thoughts, that's where your energy is going to flow. So I like to start the call by being grateful. By being grateful for things. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to go and get my daughter, my oldest daughter with her 4 kids from the airport. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that we can be together, right? So that's what I'm grateful for. So I know that we have about 38 participants on the line. So we have Ada, Arif, Aurora, Autumn, Berta, Bodan, Charles, Corey, Robin, Esther, Hilda, Gladys, Glenn, Kelly, Jenna, Joy, Lauren, Maggie, Melissa, Martinez, Molly, Priscilla, Cook, Reiko, Ricky, Rob, Sandra, Steve, Tobo, and then Rosario. And I want you to, anybody who want to come out of line and tell me one thing that you're grateful for, and then a couple people can just come out of mute and tell me one thing that you're grateful for, and I'm going to tell you a story. One thing.
My granddaughter.
Your granddaughter, beautiful.
Yeah, see?
Awesome. Oh, hi. That's so beautiful.
She's helping me.
That is awesome. Look at her. That is perfect. Thank you, Pete. Okay, who else would like to share? What are you grateful for?
This is Aurora.
Yes, Aurora, hi.
Hi, I am grateful for support, both at home and in Renatus. My husband is exceptionally awesome, and he allows me the freedom and space to be able to pursue, my career in Renatus and even my career outside of Renatus. I'm a chef and a cooking company as well. So he definitely gives me an awesome amount of support at home to allow me to do these things. And also within Renatus, you guys are really awesome. Like, there's not a question that I have had yet that I haven't been able to get answered. And it's, people are very free with the information. So even if they're not on my team, they're still very friendly and very willing to help me and make sure that I succeed. And I appreciate that very much.
Very good, Aurora. And this is why we call ourselves family, right? Because it's friends and family. So it doesn't matter. We all part of this big family that is Renato's family, right? We are not in this niche or this niche. We just belong to this big organization, and it's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And anybody else would like to share? What are you grateful for?
Wanda, this is Joey in Chicago.
Joey,
I got a lot of things to be grateful for. Everything's good with my family. I've got another grandchild on the way, and everything's good. But just what you said right now, you are living proof that it's that. And I want to thank you for working with me and Rosario. I think Rosario just got on. I sent it to you, and Rosario and I have known each other 2 or 3 years. And, you got on the phone, spent probably an hour plus with us.
Yeah.
She's excited. And, you're going to be a PAC member. So you're smart enough that you're going to be a PAC member. You got it in your heart. You're helping everybody. And you will be a PAC member. And thank you. Or
thank
gracias.
you. Gracias. Thank you.
Okay.
My pleasure. It's a pleasure, as a leader, or even if you're not in a position or anything, you all have leadership in this organization. And it's up to us to share and to help each other so we can improve as a whole. Because the more the company make, the more we can be better, right? And the compensation plan and everything. As Bob Snyder is such a giving person, I know that if everything is great at the company level, he will continue to provide for us. So that's awesome. Thank you, Joey. And yes, that was a great experience this week. Joey has Rosario, and I think Rosario is on the line. I saw her at the beginning of the call. Yeah, Rosario is there. And she has some questions, and Joy has been following up with her for a few years or so, and now this is the time. Then I like to continue on this path of this conversation, because sometimes we find a prospect, and then the prospect is not ready. I have talked about this in a Super Saturday. Prospects sometimes are, I don't think sometimes, they are in 3 different categories. They're sleeping because they have no clue who you are. If you start promoting online, they're sleeping. Or they're awake because they start seeing you online more and you are more familiar to them. Or if they are, if they are in the cold market, and then they're going to be aware of what you do in the cold market. In the warm market, it's pretty much the same. Even if they know you, they're going to be asleep of what you do. So you have to wake them up on what you do until they are really aware of what you're doing. And that's how you move your prospects from one end to the other one. So it's most likely when Joy talked to Rosario a few years ago, she wasn't ready yet because she was yet like asleep. And then she became awake and then aware. Now that she's aware, this is the right time, they have the conversation again. But continuing this relationship is the most important part. Because if you do not communicate with the person, if they don't see you again, if they don't see you progress or progressing, I read something yesterday that is so amazing, and you can apply this to anything in life, is you either dying or growing. Think about that. You either dying or growing. So basically, if the person doesn't see you anymore, if you talk to them about this business and then they don't see you anymore, that's what happened with warm market. Because sometimes warm market, they see you in this opportunity and you go and offer this little cream. And then you quit that. And then you go and offer this little oil. And then you quit that. And then you go and offer this other thing and you quit that. And so they kind of forget that. And they don't see you anymore selling something, then they're gonna say, okay, you either growing or dying. You grow on whatever business you have, or you die. You grow as a person, or you start dying. You know, everything is grow or die. And it's so amazing. When I read that, it's like, that's true. In anything in life, you either grow or you are dying. And that's what I want you to think about your business right now. Are you growing your business, or are you dying your business right now? And Joy continue that relationship with Rosario, continue to fertilize, if you will, or making some grow movements until that coming now into a cell. Why? Because now is the moment for her. Now is the moment where she is aware, and she's aware of what he's doing, but she's aware of that benefit for her as well. And that she can become something and do something with this opportunity. And that is the beauty when you are growing and showing growth. And even if you have a little setback, it's okay. You know, it's okay. We can always have setback, but remember that you have to always fall, because you're always gonna fall, but you fall forward and fast, right? Fall forward and fast, always. Continue on. I have my second set of twins, babies in the house now. They are 1 year old. So they began to walk and everything, but they still falling. But you can see them that they fall and it's forward, and then boom, they wake up, they get up really quickly. So that's exactly how we need to do it in life. You fall forward fast and get up again. And I started with the gratitude, because honestly, if we are grateful about all the things that we have in life, things are going to be better. And it doesn't matter if the things are difficult. If they are difficult, be grateful anyway, because some things you need to learn from that. And that's what is important. What am I learning right now? What is what the universe and God, or whatever you believe, is trying to teach me now, even through difficult times, okay? And sometimes it's just so simple. And what we need to be learning is something about being a little bit more compassionate, being more loving, being more satisfaction, and be more grateful with the things that you have in life. So that's what I started with that. And I learned early when I began this business with Michael Huggins about being grateful in his, and when he teaches EMT, he makes us do this list of grateful things. And it's like every night you have to write 50 things. And it's for how many weeks? Like 10 weeks, that course, 5 weeks of the course. So every day for five weeks. And it comes to the point that, what am I going to be grateful? Because you cannot repeat any of the things that you have said before. So at the beginning, the list is easy. Oh, my family, my house, my this is. But when it comes to mid of the process, it's like, what am I thinking? What am I grateful for? Because you cannot repeat any word. And you start being grateful for little things that are so obvious that we don't think about it. Even my blood running around my vessels, right? That is something that we need to be grateful for. Just the fact that I can open my eyes, that I'm grateful for. And that I can see, that I can speak, that I can think, that I can move. Things that are very, that my heart is pumping. I don't have to tell my heart pump or don't pump. It's pumping, it's moving. So those things we have to be grateful for. And they're trivial, right? All the time is is happening, but we have to be grateful. Even through this pandemic, we have to be grateful. It's making people more aware of things. It's keeping people at home and having better relationships. There are many, many, many things that we are grateful for that things that are happening, whether they're good or whether they're bad, we know that they're going to benefit our life in somehow. And I have somebody, if anybody wants to speak of something, I have Berta. Berta, are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yes, Wanda, I just want to be grateful for the challenges we have. Because as everybody knows that when we're comfortable, we don't do too much. But when we have the challenges around us, we need to think, we need to ponder, we need to act, we need to do a lot of good things in order to overcome those challenges. And I want to say thank you to Kili and thank you to Wanda, because you make a big difference in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Berta. And Berta is on my team, and I want to thank you, Berta, because you are so consistent. You're here. And whether you see results or not, you're still in the trenches and you're not quitting. You are continue on. And that is something that sometimes some people don't stay in the path for too long if they don't see results. But Berta is always there. She's been there for a while, you know, and she will make it. She will be successful. Why? Because consistency. Because you're there, you believe in it, and you continue on. So I'm grateful for that for you, Berta. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, you are so awesome. Anybody would like to share? I know that we have more participants on the line. Let's see, Alvin, just join us. Amy, I see some new people. Bill, good morning. And I see Boda, Charles, Claire, just join us, I think, Danson. So I'm just grateful for each one of you for all the things that you do. And let's think about now, we talk about grateful and be in that, but what are the things that now you can think on your business that you either growing or dying? You either grow or you die. You grow in your life or you start dying in your life.
Hey, Wanda.
Yes, go ahead, Alvin.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to piggyback off of what Bertha said.
Thank you.
As far as, you know, just keep doing it, because early when I first started with Renatus and I was doing marketing and I was learning about real estate investing, a lot of people would be saying, like, what did you do? You know, what have you done? You know, and if I talk about, you know, people in my community, you know, I remember one lady, I just basically befriended her because, you know, I was showing her the properties that my friend Scott was doing property tours, and she kept saying, what properties? So I can look back, you know, that I never quit. Yes. And you know, 3 years later, 2.5 years later, I'm a part of my first deal. So I don't feel bad when somebody says that, because now, based on what Bertha said, and based on what I know that I never quit. So that really makes me feel good and grateful inside.
Yes, and the thing, thank you, Alvin, for sharing that. And the thing is that sometimes you get so desperate, or, oh, I want a deal like now, and it's maybe not the moment. You need to still going through your classes, learning more, watching more, become like, find somebody that you can shadow and things like that to really learn more and
yes.
put whatever you're learning in the classes into practice, but watching other people doing it, and find kind of we don't call it mentors, right? We're not going to do mentorship here or anything, but find this partner, like Alvin pair up with Scott, and Scott is doing wonderful things, but he's watching, he's supporting, and then now it's in his own deal. Why? Because it's the moment. That's the moment. But he was on the growing path, not in the dying path. So you always have to be on the grow path, in growing. How do you grow? You grow by learning more, getting into your classes, doing more, helping more people, finding more people to help. And it's amazing the things that will happen when you just continue on in that path. There is a drawing that somebody is just kind of going through this mountain and taking the dirt out of the mountain. And at one moment it turned around and it didn't know that the little piece that was missing was this much. And if it would have go a little bit further, it would have find the way out. But sometimes we don't continue on to find the way out. We just turn around and quit and start dying. And that's not a thing that we need to do. We just need to continue on. It doesn't matter if you find challenges in life, because challenges are always going to come. They're not going to disappear. So but how are you going to accept those challenges and move forward and learn from it? Because sometimes it's just things that are happening. When I went to Bali last summer, you know, that little elephant that has many hands and stuff. I forgot the name, but anyway, that the coach that I was taking the class with, she said that elephant, what anybody knows the name? I forgot the name of the elephant. Ganesha, that, yes, thank you. So when things appear in your life and a lot of things are happening, it's because that elephant, Ganesha, is just moving things out of the way. So you start seeing it. And that I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So he's moving the path for you, like clearing the path. But because he's clearing the path, you start seeing the situations and you start seeing the challenges in your way. So you can learn from those challenges and continue to move forward. So that was so interesting for me to learn the significance of that elephant. And it's the same thing in life. And being grateful, your energy, how everything is going, it doesn't matter. You need to continue growing in your business, in your personal development. Why? To continue on. Because otherwise it's like you're going to start dying. So, and how, lately also I've been asking Woody, because we have the drive, right? And then with the drive, he said that most likely you always stay with the drive, the same drive, unless there are trauma or drama. So lately I've been noticing, I've been like director, validator forever. But lately with all of these pandemic, I guess, and drama in my family and people passing through this COVID thing and all of these things, my drive, I think, is kind of changing more to the intellectual executive. And I'm like, oh, I really love being director, validator. But now I'm more into management, organizing system, organizing my presentations, organizing this. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be there. But I asked Woody yesterday, and I'm like, Woody, you know, I don't think that I'm as productive as I was when I'm like really director validator, because I'm like more excited and everything. And now I'm more like direct and focused and everything. So I don't see that much production. But he said, no, you still need those skills. And I think that the whole entire drive, you can move from one to another one, even though that you make more appearance into one of another. But actually, executive skills, I need those in my life. Why? Because I'm so nice that when it comes to business, like when I'm doing a deal, people can take me for, for something that I'm not, because they think I don't know, or I know it, but I just want to be nice. So people take advantage. And I can't be taking that on a business. I have to be the CEO of my business. I need to make decisions that are like, not with my heart, but with my brain, and be firm with that. And that's part of the growing process, right? Instead of dying. So if I continue to run my business with my heart, I'll be broke pretty soon. But I need to start, no, this is how the numbers are going, and this is where we're going to stay with, and get my executive out to be able to continue growing. And that was amazing. So he said, well, if you are feeling that you're acting more into intellectual executive, those skills are essentials as well for you to move ahead and produce in your business. Because as a validator and director, I just want to have fun. And then my production goes down, and that's fine. And we need to continue to grow. And we grow in every area, right? We grow in our marketing, we grow in our skills that we develop to become a real estate investor and to do deals and to even create new businesses, new streams of income, new cash flow. All of that are areas that you need to continue growing. Like with profit, everything that is there that you can apply into your business, wow, my goodness, is information that I still diving into it and learning more. And I think I mentioned this, I started to watch the Marc Mcdowell's class and I started crying, literally my tears were coming out down my cheek, because I'm like, I'm not the CEO that I need to be. And it's again, because I'm such a director validator, like I'm just, a little butterfly all over the place. And no, I need to be more executive, more intellectual, and get things rolling on the right way as a CEO. And that's so amazing. And that when Marc Mcdowell was talking about that, you have to really be the CEO of your company. It just touched my heart, because I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to start taking control of that and become really not a, I have my company, but I'm not like a company for fun or for hobby, but a real company, right? And treat it as a real company. And all of that is my realization. Oh my goodness, yes, I've been successful, but at the same time, it's been like a hobby instead of a real business. So all of this is like you learn in the classes, you learn and you start growing and growing instead of dying. Continue on to move forward. I would love participation. So anybody?
Wanda?
Yes.
Wanda, can you hear me? This is Mark.
Hi, Mark.
And
Yes.
I'm from New York. And,
yes.
in New York City, we have just about the highest income tax in the whole country.
Yes.
And for a very long time, well, I came out of the New York cab industry. I'm a New York cab driver.
Okay.
And for a very long time, we worked off the books, all cash and everything like that. And then we were always independent contractors, but we always avoided paying taxes because we were, all cash independent contractors. Now that I have an S corporation, it's all different. And I really hated to come out of my comfort zone of not paying taxes.
Yes.
In the past, I'd say maybe the past 4 or 5 years that I started paying these corporate taxes, I wanted to make it as seamless as possible, because I don't want to waste my time. Well, it's not a waste of time, but I don't want to spend my time doing taxes. I want to spend my time producing and growing my business. Just recently, I'll tell you something. I'm going to have to fire my accountant. My accountant, she did something. She made a mistake on my city taxes, and now the city's telling me that I have to pay about double of what she was telling me. So now she's going to have to amend the tax return. And, and it's just sucking the lifeblood out of me. I don't want to have to bother with that stuff. That's for the tax consultant. I hate doing it. I tried to do the corporate tax myself once upon a time, and I screwed it up. So now now that I'm getting the professionals to do it, now they're screwing it up. And, I hate this, so I'm trying to make it as seamless as possible. Get her to do the amendment, and I don't want to see her again.
Yes.
I'm going to have to find somebody else to make my life more productive with my business.
And how grateful can you be that now, because you have the knowledge, right, from Marc Kohler's classes, that you can say, this person is not doing the right job for me, right?
No, I learned from Marc Kohler that, I had to go into a different county just to avoid paying city taxes. I'm paying $1,700 just for a whole year in city taxes, and I wasn't lucky enough to do it for the whole year. I did it I moved in about 6 months. In 6 months, so I want to be able to pay $800 or $850 instead of $1,700. So that's what I'm learning, like from Marc Kohler is telling me.
Yes.
Marc Kohler is saying, go into maybe New Jersey or do it in somewhere in Long Island in another county or something, so that you avoid paying city taxes, but now it's, I'm really struggling with the city now. And once this is over, I want to wash my hands completely from paying New York City taxes.
And that is, Marc, thank you for bringing that up, and thank you for sharing that experience, because again, that is a testimony for like applying the knowledge that you have. Now you can consciously say, okay, my corporation needs to operate here or there, and I need to make these changes. And it's amazing, because in the past, when you don't have the education, when you don't have the knowledge, then, we pay a lot of interest, we pay a lot of taxes. But now that you have the knowledge, you have choices and more opportunities for you to take advantage of the benefits that are there already on the laws. And this is amazing when we can apply the knowledge. This is wonderful. Thank you, Marc, for sharing. Let me look in the chat to see if we have any comments or questions. Thank you so much, guys. And I see that people are grateful, and we have to be grateful all the time. Okay, I am fairly certain taxes, eviction, and so Bill is very knowledgeable about things. So I am fairly certain tax eviction is a federal offense and punished by federal prison. Oh yeah, so he clarified that he's paying taxes, but we want to take advantage of the taxes in where your corporation can run better. Okay, my taxes are 4,400 city taxes. Why don't you hire Marc Kohler? Definitely, I go by Marc Kohler. And the good part with Marc is that he is the tax person, the CPA, but also a lawyer. So if there anything there, he can defend you. So Marc Kohler has done a fantastic job on my taxes, and now they offer CPA services. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm about to start getting those services as well with Marc, because honestly, I cannot keep my books very straight. So then a tax day is like, oh, looking for stuff all over the places. But that's why my executive is coming out now. It's important then for me to develop my executive side. All right, well, thank you so much for sharing. And what is the point here is being grateful, to continue the topic that I'm putting together, being grateful for the things that you're learning so you can apply it. And apply it, with honesty and with the things that are. Yes, you want to save as much taxes as possible, and you want to save all over, but as long as we follow the rules and regulations and the laws, we be okay, and we don't have to be, be in prison or be punished by avoiding taxes. So thank you, Bia, for those comments, because that's important as well. All right. So we are almost getting to the top of the hour, but we have talked about several things here. We talk about being grateful. We started by that because that energy will take you in a long run to grow more instead of dying. And wherever you put your energy into it, that's where you're going to be going. It's very important that your energy goes into, the energy will flow into what you're thinking. If you are a person of being grateful, that's where your energy is going to go, and anything that you're grateful for is going to come back to you. If you're helping people, it's going to come back to you. So it doesn't matter who you help. Don't put it in dollar signs, because if you, this person, I'm going to help her and I'm going to make 10,000. Don't worry about that. I'm going to help Rosario. I'm going to help Joey. And it doesn't matter if I make money or not. They're not in my team, but I know eventually I will get it somewhere in any other places. So it's important that you just take those dollar signs away from your mind and continue to serve people. You remember that Bob Snyder always repeat this: you love the people and use the money. You don't love money and use the people. So that's so important. And I want to also bring another theme, because yesterday Dane brought it up in the meeting that Bob Snyder, in the call that we have, the pit call on Monday, and he was talking about he was a broker of hope. And that touched my heart as well as it did for Dane, and I'm pretty sure for everybody, because when he finished speaking, we were like all in silence in that meeting. It was like nobody wanted to ask questions or anything, because, and it was the feeling, I don't know, probably everybody, and I think Dane shared that yesterday, everybody was probably in the same mode, because we have to just provide hope for people. And it goes really much with my sense of purpose in life. I'm always like seeking and helping others, just trying to inspire others to do better in their life. And when he said that, I was thinking I'm a beacon of light, but then he said, it's a beacon of hope. And I'm like, that's really cool. I always said I'm a beacon of light, but I am a beacon of hope. Yes, that's true. Light brings you hope, or the hope gives you the light, right? Either way, you can do better in your life. You don't have to die. You don't have to think, oh, I'm going to die now. It's like, I don't have anything else to do in life. No. Today is the 9th. On the 7th, the real date of birth of my grandma, July 7th, 1915. So she just turned 105 years old. 105 years old. And right now I came to Utah, so she's in Puerto Rico, but she's going through a hard time because this week we lost 2 members of our family, which are her in-laws. So she lost 1 son-in-law and 1 daughter-in-law the same week. And so she, even through that challenge and through that hard time, she is showing so much strength. And I know probably she'll be in the next, right? Because by age. But every time when I'm with her, even though she has a broken hip and she got a replacement and everything when she was 100 years old, she continued on. And even that, you know, the pain is more, she just get up and walk. And in the morning I say, hey, let's go out to the street or whatever. And she say, hey, if I have the strength, I will do it. Because it's her spirit. It's like, I think her spirit is like 35 years old. She's still like rolling. So I'm telling you this story of her because honestly, we cannot leave our spirit to be dying. We always have to continue growing. You just grow, you don't die. Yes, your body will die. Give me a second. Your body will die. That's not a question. But I don't want you to think that your spirit will have to die. You have to continue on. Yes, thank you, Hilda. Yes.
Okay. I know I've been trying to, come out, but for some reason, you couldn't hear me. But anyway, just wanna, quick say, I don't know where to begin. I have so much to be grateful for. I mean, really, but one thing that, every morning I always say, thank you. I thank God every single day for, me being even alive, that I got up in the morning, that got up this morning. This is a new day. And I thank, and I have my two arms and I have my two legs. I was able to do my walk, this morning. And I got this thing. I just want to share this because I thought this is really powerful. One of my friends, sent me this little video clip about a 78-year-old man ended up at the hospital. I can't even remember what he was in there for. And he was there for, I believe it was 2 days. And he was in the oxygen. So when he was, after a couple of days, he was better. So he was gonna be going out and come home. So he saw the bill and it was like $40,000 for just, having this oxygen. It was a lot. So he just couldn't believe, to his, surprise. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so much, for just like, 2 days. And then, so somebody said, one of the people there, probably workers, is like, why are you, surprised, or you don't have any money to pay? I mean, and also, they thought he didn't have the money. And he just said, no, I'm not, it's not that the money, it's not about the money. But what it gave me is like, it just, you just realized, that he was there for 2 days, for this oxygen, but he's been breathing for 78 years.
Wow. For
the oxygen that God gave him, that he never had to pay.
Wow.
So I thought that was so powerful. I just wanted to share that, but I am so grateful, and I'm here with you guys. Being with this, like-minded individuals are so helpful to this community and to other people. And our mission is to be able to change lives out there.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Wanda, and thank you, Keely, and thank you everybody for being here. And I think it's so important that we are completely plugged in to get to our finishing goal.
Thank you so much, Gilda, for participating and for sharing that, because that's so powerful.
Yes,
and sometimes, hey, oxygen, the hospital is going to charge you $40,000 for 2 days. So that means $20,000 per day, when for all this rest of his life, he's just breathing and using the same oxygen.
Oh yeah, I forgot, Wanda. I was gonna tell you, there's one thing I forgot about this. And he said, if it's 2 days for 40,000, and he asked this person that was, he was talking to, and he said, can you calculate how much I owe God for 78 years I've been breathing? And I was like, wow. It was something else. It was.
Thank you. And that made me think about abundance, because the air. See how many of H2O are in, H2O is water, but O2 are in the air.
Correct.
How many molecules? You can even count them. So that is abundance. And God has given everything in abundance. Everything that you see around you is in abundance. And you deserve it. You can work for it. You have the entitled to have it. But it's up to you to see how you're going to take life, how you're going to be grateful for everything, and everything will come to you. When you are not selfish, but selfless, right?
Yes.
And you to continue on moving forward to receive, because you are ready to receive. Sometimes we give, and we don't want to receive, and we need to learn how to receive. Michael was talking about that of once too, because sometimes, you know, somebody give you a candy, and maybe you don't want to take a candy, but you take it anyway because you want to be grateful for that person giving you something. Even if you don't use it, but take it. You know, if somebody give you something, be grateful and take it. Don't say no. You know, whatever people give you, accept it. Because this is a give and take. The world is a give and take. And I give, but somebody have to receive. Because if they're not a receiver, then why do I give? So you have to learn how to give, but also how to receive. And that's really important. Well, guys, we have 6 more minutes, but I need to get onto my pit call. So any last comment from anyone? Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate
you, Wanda.
Thank you, Hilda. Thank you, everyone who have get up early to be in this call and to be part of this great organization and this great movement that we're creating to change people's life, to be grateful and to change our lives to do better. Thank you so much, guys. Sandra, you want to come up and say something and share something?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for your consistent passion for helping people. And I'm seeing notes that are saying happy birthday. So
tomorrow, yes, it's my birthday.
Yes, feliz cumpleaños. Yes, I know someone else who is a super coach who has tomorrow as a birthday also. So I can see similar qualities in the both of you, and now I can understand. And you've been so great about doing this daily event for the team, even though we're not on your team. You have such a giving heart, and I know that's why God is blessing you with abundance and a wonderful family and these twin grandchildren, and I mean, all the wonderful stories and all the good things that you do. Like you said, it is a giving, receiving world. That's all about the energy that we put out, and you're just a bundle of it. So I just want to say, may this be your best year ever, 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 ever.
Thank you, Sandra. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
and
love you
let me read some of the comments here before I go. But one said, sorry for what my family is going through. Yes, it's been very, very difficult this week. But thank you so much for your prayers. I am grateful to be alive. This is Arif is saying that, as well as had a heart attack over a year and woke me up. Yes, we have to take care of your health, guys. Take care of your health. Tomorrow is Wanda's birthday. Robin says that. Thank you. Happy birthday, Wanda. You are a gift to the world. Thank you so much. You guys are going to make me cry now. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sandra. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll be 57 tomorrow. So I'm just grateful for these 57 years. And I know probably I have 50 more to go. My grandma is 105. So if I live her, then I'll be 107. So that's 50 more years to go. And I need to think, what am I going to do with this next 50 years of my life? Okay? And I cannot be in a dying mode. I need to be on a growing mode. So every day, I need to continue growing and continue learning and continue doing something better and better to improve my life, the life of others, not only my immediate family, for everybody around me. So thank you so much, guys. And I'm going to be going on a camping trip again. So my grandkids came and all of us are going to be camping for this weekend. So we're leaving tomorrow and then be there until Tuesday. And we come back Tuesday. And my oldest daughter is here and she is turning 39 on Sunday. So she was born 2 days after my 18th birthday. Imagine.
Wow.
So
great birthday party.
Yes, so we're going to have a birthday weekend. Okay,
All
guys,
right.
thank you so much. I appreciate each one of you.
Wanda.
I love you all. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
Wanda.
participation, for everything that you do. And I'm going to have fun with my director tomorrow. This
Happy
weekend.
birthday.
Thank you, guys. Love you all.
Well,
Bye-bye.
happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
Happy birthday
Happy,
tomorrow.
happy birthday, Wanda.
Thank you, guys. I
Happy
love you.
birthday,
Enjoy your
Wanda. Many
weekend.
Happy
blessings.
birthday, Wanda.
Thank you. Bye-bye.